Guys, welcome back to Whiskey Tango Foxtrot Podcast. It's your boy, the Drunken Settler, guys. Welcome me back on this Monday, May 18th of 2026, guys. We know this week, upcoming weekend is Memorial Day. As a Navy veteran myself, we're going to honor those men and women that didn't make it back home. Make sure you remember what this holiday is about as we go through our difficult times and the decline of America and stuff like that. We must fight hard and remember those who sacrificed and gave the ultimate sacrifice to make sure the little freedoms and what we can do now today because of them. Even though our government and those in power put us in the wrong positions most of the time, we gonna take sacrifice from my brothers and sisters that gave the ultimate sacrifice, and we're gonna remember them this weekend and Memorial Day weekend coming up here. Now, the main topic I want to talk about here Thomas Massie, the one of the truest politicians, the very few we have left in our government. And we have Donald Trump and his uh, foreign lobbyist groups attacking him and trying to primary out his seat in Kentucky. Which is he get primary, the vote is tomorrow. If you in Kentucky, please get out and vote for Thomas Massie. If Thomas Massie loses primary tomorrow, we have confirmed that America is fully occupied by Israel and the foreign lobby groups, and it's officially over. We are 95%, 98% already occupied by APEX and other foreign lobby groups that control most, if not all, our politicians. Our politicians in government, state, local, or federal are not represented by the American people that vote them in office. Voting doesn't matter. Voting is if voting really mattered, they won't allow us to do it. And I want people to wake up and realize the realization of that. If voting really mattered, you can be Democrat, Republican. If voting truly mattered, we wouldn't have the right to it. We won't be able to do it. Because no matter what you do, D or R, they're all controlled and paid for by foreign lobby groups, Israel, China, whatever, Russia, whatever you want to call it. They're not here to represent you. They're here to represent corporations, big banks, and foreign affairs, aka not America, not Americans. And I want people to realize what we are. America, we are a third world country. All the wealth and so-called money is owned by the 1% corporation CEOs and everybody in the government that's paying the government official bills. The wealth is not with the American people. The power is not with American people. It's with those we let still control us and suck us dry of our resources, our land, our power, and money. And some reason Americans are not up in arms ready to fight and take back power and control. I don't understand it. Maybe they don't dumb us down. Maybe they done neuter us so bad that we can't even fight back properly like we should, which is sad itself. Americans, it's time to wake up and fight back. We're not voting our way out of this. We damn sure ain't gonna be no peaceful protest. We gonna have to get our hands dirty. We don't let this shit go on too far. And the data centers, these surveillance centers coming up, these flock cameras everywhere, this anti-God that's about to be set online, the Skynet, whatever you want to call it, they set this truly online, it's over. It's game over. And like I said, Thomas Massie is one of the few that we need to make sure. And for Donald Trump, who, if you still don't for Donald Trump, this man is bought and paid by Israel lobby groups. APAC's basically campaign him up his campaign up to almost $300 million to do what they need to be done for Israel and for in their interest first, not America first. To say that Donald Trump to keep treating this out on truth. So bad Congressman Thomas Massie voted against tax cuts, the border wall, our military, and law enforcement. Eventually, he voted against almost everything that is good. The worst Republican congressman in history, Kentucky, vote this bum out of office. Are we serious here? This is the sad thing about. Let me see the comment section here. And anybody pushing this and stuff like that, yeah. Ed Godwin is who was getting paid by APAC is going against Thomas Massie, Kentucky. Yeah, this man is bought and paid for. Ed Godwin is bought and paid for by APAC, just like Donald Trump, most of his administration, and most of the GOP. And the sad thing about it, why are they lying? Why Trump? Thomas Massie supported Trump in first term in 2020, pushed MAGA. He votes 98% Republican. And the one thing, if he doesn't vote for the Republican bill because he read the bill, he's one of the few politicians that actually reads the effing bills. Our politicians don't read 5,000 pages of crap and pork in these bills. They just vote yeah and then whoever paid their bill. Oh, they paid me $100,000 to vote yes. I'm gonna vote yes. Did you read the bill? I had time to read it. I just voted yes. You didn't read the bill, don't know what's in it. You just voted yes. Yeah, because I got paid for it. They get paid to do it. And Thomas Massie, look at this. He voted. Thomas Massie voted against lockdown, vaccination mandates, corporation bailout, foreign wars. He voted against gun control with Donald Trump and them boys coming for your guns. They want foreign wars. Iran. The lockdown started under Donald Trump in 2020. Let's be real here. Big pharma immunity, government control of your cars and wasteful spending. And they want him gone? Exactly. He voted against Thomas Massie voted against all this. And somehow Trump and his administration and these phony GOP Republicans, now MAGA or MIGA, whatever you want to call it, want Thomas Massie out. Only reason they want Thomas Massie out because he's pushing the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. What Donald Trump said, well, if they release a file, a friend of mine would be hurt. Donald Trump didn't say they didn't want to release it. He didn't want the Jeffrey Epstein files to be released because some of his friends might be hurt. Damn the people and the women and children that was harmed, trafficking, and damn near disappeared. Some of his big friends would be hurt because they in the files or they know in the party and they know been to the island multiple times with Jeffrey Epstein. Some of his friends would get hurt. Damn the victims. Damn the blackmail our government and take control of our government, which is corruption and treason. Damn the real victims in the Jeffrey Epstein case. His Donald Trump friends, the big elites, will be hurt and harmed or be prosecuted. Are we fucking serious here? So Donald Trump go after Thomas Massie, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Bloomberg. He go after those Republicans that want justice from the Jeffrey Epstein file. Donald Trump ran to say he will release all the Jeffrey Epstein file cases. He would go after those who harmed or was on the files and on that client list. All to him to say, oh, the Jeffrey Epstein files is a hoax. It's fake and made up by the Democrats and Hillary Clinton. Obama made those files to come after Trump, which is all bullshit. Donald Trump knows Jeffrey Epstein very well. He was good friends with him for years. And it seemed to me he might be on the files one way or another. Marjorie Anderson, Government of America. Yeah, we're going to show that bitch here. Because it makes no sense to do anything outside of Thomas Massie. Thomas Massie, and they got the drunk Pete Hegseth. He went to Kentucky this past weekend to campaign against Thomas Massie. Pete Hegseth should be locked up in jail. Or charged for treason as it is. I mean, he got time to be the Secretary of Defense. I won't call him Secretary of the War. He could kiss ass on that bullshit. We need to vote Thomas Massie. He's the last one left. And with Trump and these Israelite back foreigners who are Israel first, America last, going after Thomas Massie, that let me know he's doing something right. He's doing something totally right. And we need to...
Bro, we watched you cover up the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and we're not sure if it's so you could get a little playtime with Erica or if it's because you're just part of the swamp. But either way, the way that you're relentlessly attacking Thomas Massie makes us all reminded of why we're never going to vote for you in a presidential election. So if you ever did have a chance or thought you might have a chance at running for president one day, even if you and Rubio team up on your best day, you're not going to beat Massie and whoever he puts with him. And it's most likely it's going to be somebody like Massie and Carlson, or it's going to be Massie and MTG. It's going to be Massie and a gosh damn wrecking ball. And you want to know what's going to happen? Ryan Madden's going to fly back from wherever he's living. It might be El Salvador. It's probably going to be El Salvador. And I'll fly back 3 times a week if I have to. And I'm going to be there, boots on the ground, and we're going to be running the same ground game. And we're going to make sure that you are nowhere near this White House. So this is your 2-year notice. You got about 2.5 years left. So enjoy your time in the White House because you're never going to be there again. And we're going to make sure we drive every last one of you cheating, lying, sleazy scumbags out of office. We sent President Trump to Washington, D.C. with a mandate. That mandate was Agenda 47. Okay. Thomas Massie is literally the only politician in Washington, D.C. delivering on that mandate. And we just sent you a message right here, loud and clear, that no matter how much money you or Mary Nadelson or the Israeli goon squad is willing to throw at a politician, it's not going to subvert the will of the American people. We're wide awake. We'll see you at the primaries. We'll see you at the voting booths. We'll see you on election day. And we're going to be there like a thorn in your gosh damn side. And it's not just going to be me and 30 people next time. It's going to be me and 300 people. Mark my words. If I have to rebuild Turning Point myself from the ground up, I'll do it, bitch. Just to shit on your political career, your campaign. Listen to this dickbag.
I think the problem with Thomas, and I've told him this in private, and now I guess I'll say it in public, is it's one thing to disagree with the party on a particular issue. It's one thing to to have your independent stand on a number of questions. And by the way, some of the stuff where Thomas Massie has been independent against the Republican Party, I've agreed with him with. Thomas and I worked together during 2023, where I was trying to stop the limitless flow of American money to Ukraine. And Thomas was one of the people I was working closest with it. But that's one thing. Being independent, having your own opinions is one thing. Voting against the party on every single issue, you're eventually going to make too many enemies.
What?
And that is the problem that Thomas has had. It's not one issue. It's not 3 or 4 issues. It's that every time that we've needed Thomas for a vote, he has been completely unwilling to provide it. That is why the President of the United States has trained his ire on Thomas Massie. It's because we can never count on him for some of the most difficult votes. I wish that weren't the case. I say that as somebody who's known Thomas well before I got into politics, but politics is politics. And when you always vote against the party, you can't expect the party to actually back it.
What, JD Vance, the talking points is blatant here. Thomas Massie did not, let me see if I can get that voting sheet of Thomas Massie here, because that makes zero sense. These people that say, oh, Thomas Massie voted against the party, which is bull fucking shit, guys. These people, like I said, yeah, Kentucky, do the right thing. Do the right thing, Kentucky, because the talking points, the lying, and the corruption of the Trump administration needs to be. They need to be humbled. These people need to be humbled. They started a war, and now we're paying high gases, high food costs. Fertilizer might not be the American farmers. 70% are going bankrupt because they can't afford to buy the fertilizer, and the diesel gas is going up to transfer the damn crop. Guys, we are in shit because of Israel had us start a war with Iran that's affecting the whole world. Now bond markets are going bad. Everything is going bad because of the evil people. Trump is the dumbest president to start a war with Iran. The only stupid one to do it because he's blackmailed. He blackmailed for him. Listen to the man himself.
And Miriam Adelson and Paul Singer, they're all part of the Israeli lobby, and that's where all the money comes from.
Yep,
and
$20 million
it will be a referendum on foreign policy, whether Israel gets to dictate that by bullying members of Congress. And I'm the one they haven't been able to bully, so they're putting all the brunt, the force on me. But you can tell that I'm ahead in the polls and they're desperate. That's why they're sending the Secretary of War to my district tomorrow. That's why the president's losing sleep and tweeting about this. That's why AIPAC has dumped another $3 million into my race this weekend. It's because they're panicked and they really haven't been able to gain a lead in this race.
Nope.
You say the president is desperate, but he's got a pretty good record of defeating people he wants to target in Republican primaries. We saw Bill Cassidy yesterday. We saw what happened in Indiana. How are you going to be able to overcome the president's opposition?
Well, I have the endorsement of the Right to Life organizations, the gun organizations. Yep. I had 4 members of Congress come here yesterday and campaign with me. So my situation is a little bit different. Plus, I've had millions of dollars come in from the grassroots, tens of thousands of donors to my website, thomasmassie.com, and it's still coming in, and that's how we're going to beat them.
Yep. Exactly. These people, they are dumping money in like crazy, and they panicking. Don't trust the party market, guys. The party market, Thomas Massie behind. He's 10 points behind. That's panic. Don't trust the party markets. Don't trust none of these talking points. Don't touch none of these people. They're panicking. Because if they was really up in charge and running things, they wouldn't be pushing last minute money, pushing everybody, JD Vance, Pete Hegseth, everybody put more money in if they was winning. The party market is just to confuse you and get to win money back and forth. These people are desperate. If they know they get if Tom and Massie is truly get defeated, because I won't be surprised if some funny business happens tomorrow on that primary vote in Kentucky. If Thomas Massie is defeated, America is officially cooked. It's done. It's over. And I'm not blackpilling nobody. This is not fear. This is what, if you don't see the writing on the wall, how America is done and truly have no fight left or no representative left in our government, it's over, guys. That most Americans not going to stand up and fight back. Most of them in the elites know that you're not going to revolt, you're not going to stand up, you're not going to protest, you're not going against the norm. You're going to follow the crowd. You're going to follow the crowd you're going to follow the sheep and these bastards off the cliff, off the edge. And I wish Americans have more fight, more understanding, stop being distracted by the rat race of work, the rat for bullshit, fakeness of the bread and circus of sports, and bullshit and dumbness, mindless entertainment. I wish we would do better. I wish we were more grounded and more in reality and more grounded with God. But the majority of people are just dumb, deaf, and blind, and will only follow the blind. And they're not going to go against the grain. I mean, God even knows that. But at the same time, guys, if you're in Kentucky, please vote for Thomas Massie. I don't care what you have to do, independent, but whatever you have to do. Guys, share this video, like, comment, subscribe, because we need Thomas Massie in office. If he get primary out tomorrow, it's a wrap. If he wins tomorrow, it's a slimmer hope. We got to capitalize on it. But this is all I got today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video on WTF What the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot podcast. I'm out to the next one. Peace.